Was good, and man, welcome back.
It's been a minute.
It's been all freaking summer.
Yep.
Man, welcome to Just Our Opinion with Robin.
And Vaughn.
Man, we have missed y'all, man. Listen, I want y'all to know that we missed you guys. We love you guys, and we are so happy to be home.
I don't know. I enjoy Puerto Rico. Some of our summer misadventures.
The misadventures of this summer, right.
I think we had a really great summer.
We did. We did have a great summer. We hope you guys had a great summer. I'm very transparent, so I feel like we do owe our fans an explanation. So I will give you guys that explanation, because if y'all see, the show title is Guess Who's Back? Life, love, and effing around.
Okay.
So we
appropriate.
We're gonna give y'all a little bit of all of that tonight. We definitely feel like we owe you guys an explanation. We're gonna give y'all a little bit of life that happened. We're gonna talk about some life. We're gonna talk about some love, and we're gonna talk about some fucking around that happened. Like some fun things that took place and stuff like that. So I hope y'all ready. Strap on your seatbelts. Tell everybody. Call your people. Send a text message. First of all, I need everybody to stop what you're doing and like, follow, and share. Let everybody know that your favorite podcast is back. And guess what? I think we're going to stick to Wednesday night.
We're going back to Wednesday?
I think we're going to stick to Wednesday night. I'm comfortable on Wednesday nights.
Okay.
Friday is hectic.
Friday can be a little more difficult sometimes.
Friday's a shit mess.
So
I'm comfortable with Wednesday night. I'm happy on Wednesday nights. And I think we're going to stick with Wednesday night.
Okay. That works for me.
I like it here. This feels like my place. I like Wednesdays. So we're going to stick with Wednesday night.
Okay.
What y'all think? Y'all like Wednesday night? I like Wednesday night. So I think we're going to stick with Wednesday night.
All right.
I'm so glad to be back. I know one of the big things that we have that's popping off next week.
Taste of Black Spirits.
Man, I'm so excited. Do y'all have y'all tickets to Taste of Black Spirits? I have heard that them hopping, barking ass cousins that your mama don't let come to your house is hosting a room at Taste of Black Spirits.
We will have a lounge at Taste of Black Spirits, the men of Omega Sci-Fi Fraternity. Looking forward to having support.
The men of Omega Sci-Fi Fraternity.
Well, when you were younger, we used other, adjectives and whatnot, but, we're a little older, wiser, and more mature sometimes.
What if we don't want, what if the ladies don't want the older, wiser, and mature bros? Like, we want y'all to dress like that, and we want y'all to have that type of money and those type of careers. That don't necessarily mean we want y'all to act like that.
I'm sure that no one will be disappointed should they show up Saturday.
Okay.
So.
Next Saturday,
September 28th.
Okay.
At the Doubletree downtown from 5 to 11 p.m.
Okay.
So.
And they can go on Eventbrite and Event Noir to get tickets.
They can. You can check my page and your page for links directly.
JO has links on her page too.
Have links to buy the tickets on Eventbrite. It's a grown and sexy event. It does cost money, but it's well worth it. You get the opportunity with your ticket. You'll actually be in a lounge that we'll have with Fort Mose. We'll have some food and hors d'oeuvres there, as well as the wider Taste of Black Spirits experience. You'll be able to go to the different rooms, meet the different makers and vendors of black spirits and liquor, and have an opportunity to even meet possibly some R&B legends, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll have... is it Ron Isley's coming again?
He has a lounge himself.
Yes.
So Ron Isley has a lounge as well at Taste of Black Spirit. So, yeah, y'all need to make sure y'all let that event. One of the things I love about Taste of Black Spirits is the fact that it is a grown and sexy event too.
Yep. And actually, I think something people don't think about. Let's say you're not a big drinker, because I get that. Now everyone drinks, and some people used to drink don't drink anymore. But this is really a good opportunity to meet different entrepreneurs in business.
Absolutely.
A lot of these people...
It's definitely networking.
It's a good networking event. A lot of them not only may have just the liquor or the brand that they're promoting there, but they have other endeavors as well. So there's a lot of good opportunities just to kind of meet some folks, and it's kind of becomes a who's who. I mean, I think last year Judge Craig Strong showed up.
Yeah, he was in the VIP lounge with me.
Yeah,
he got in the VIP with me for a while. Yep, absolutely.
So you get a little bit of Detroit royalty showing up. I think did Coco come last year?
Coco wasn't feeling good last year, but Gail Perry Mason was there last year,
okay.
And there's always Detroit royalty is always in the building that Taste of Black Spirits.
Yep.
They always support. Mason and Angie Starr is always big supporters of Taste of Black Spirits, and so you always have Detroit royalty. Coco did host the Taste of Black Spirits before the last one.
That was the one
here in Detroit. She will probably be at this one. So there's always Detroit royalty.
That was one in the Fox Theater, right?
No, we don't do.
What was the theater?
It was at the.
It was downtown off of Woodward, though, if I remember correctly.
Yes, we do.
It was a black-owned place.
This is our 11th Taste of Black Spirits, so y'all have to forgive me. This is our 11th Taste of Black Spirits.
We try and do all black everything. So the hotel is being hosted as black-owned. Obviously, the liquors, the spirit makers there will be black-owned. So we're trying to patronize everyone and making sure that we keep our black dollars circulating in the black economy. So at the end of the day, just come out and support. The other thing I wanted to talk about was not just the networking part, but the food. The food's going to be excellent. We have a few great restaurants and chefs that will be providing the food there as well.
Absolutely. So Chef Buddha will be making some of the food for Taste of Black Spirits, and y'all know his food slaps every time.
Yep.
Look, I'm not even a big fan of lobster mac and cheese, and he be having me risking my life every time he bring it out. I'll be like, you know what? I got an EpiPen. Nah. If I almost die, it'll be okay. He be having me risking my whole life every time he makes some lobster mac. So y'all definitely don't want to miss Taste of Black Spirits. It is absolutely going down. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Y'all don't want to wait. We might give out some tickets next Wednesday.
Okay.
What you think about that? You think we should give out some tickets next Wednesday?
Let's consider doing that.
Yeah, we y'all make sure y'all tell somebody to make sure you watching JOO next week, 8:00. I think we're gonna give out some tickets next week.
Okay.
We're gonna give out some tickets.
We're gonna do a trivia. How are we gonna do it?
I don't know. I ain't figured it out yet. Y'all know I always got something petty to give out, but y'all know I'm always doing something off the cuff to give out some tickets. But I think I'm gonna give out some tickets to Taste of Black Spirits next week, because Sadat gave out tickets to Taste of Black Spirits, and the way he did it was he left passes at a liquor store attached to bottles of Island John.
Oh.
So if you went and bought a bottle of Island John, you ended up getting a pass to Taste of Black Spirits. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea. So I'm definitely going to give out tickets to Taste of Black Spirits next week. So y'all make sure y'all are watching JOO next Wednesday, 8:00. We back to our Wednesday nights, because I'm comfortable on Wednesday. Our producer comfortable on Wednesday. My co-host comfortable on Wednesday. We back to Wednesday night. So make sure y'all watching next week Wednesday at 8:00, because we're going to give away some tickets to Taste of Black Spirits.
Okay, sounds good.
That's what we're going to do. And I think we're going to do some JOO Smurfette in the Omega Lounge. I got to figure out how to turn it purple, though.
Yeah, or maybe just do a different drink, something.
I'm gonna figure out how to make something purple.
I got a couple recipes I might be able to come up with.
Some got to turn purple.
Be more appropriate. We could do purple, or it could be yellow gold. So
I'm gonna figure something out. I'm gonna make something happen. And anybody that know me know I'm pretty good when it comes to mixing drinks. So I'm gonna make something happen for the Omega Lounge.
All right. Sounds
good. So like I said, the title of the show today is Life, Love, and Effing Around. And I wanted to talk about a couple of things tonight, because life been lifing for people this summer. Like, life has been really, like, I read this quote once that said life is a hell of a thing that happened to a person. And that's the honest to God truth. Life has been lifing.
Well, it's been a pretty, I'd say, wild summer in general. Local level, national level. So I mean, there's been no shortage of events and things happening in the news.
Bullshit. No shortage of bullshit that's been happening. Let's just say it. First of all, I want to shout out to Tina and Stephanie. I see y'all in the comments. I see y'all talking about y'all gonna be watching next week to get y'all tickets to Taste of Black Spirits. So y'all know y'all gotta beat them, because they done already said that they on deck for their tickets to Taste of Black Spirits. So anybody else watching trying to get tickets, y'all better beat them too, because they already done put in the comments that they on their way and they on deck to get their tickets to Taste of Black Spirits.
No, I like the idea of like maybe tune in, find out what liquor store you go to. You got to buy a bottle of one of the black spirits.
That's the best thing. I ain't gonna make it that complicated. We're gonna do it. You gotta watch
like a Where's Waldo for a taste of black spirits.
I'm not gonna make, because you gotta remember that the show next week is literally the day before Taste of Black Spirits starts.
Oh, because you start on Thursday?
Yes.
Okay.
The Taste of Black Spirit Summit starts on Thursday.
Okay.
So the show next week is the day before the summit starts. So I don't want to send everybody through all of that. We're going to do something on the show to give out tickets, and I'll be able to email them the tickets after the show.
You can't use ChatGPT either.
No, you won't be able to use ChatGPT. I'm too ignorant to be able to use ChatGPT. ChatGPT will malfunction on you. Your whole computer is shut down trying to ask them what I want to know. Your whole damn computer is shut down on you. It would be to sit that thing into overload. It'd be shut down on you. You don't want to do that. So it's a couple things that's been happening over this summer that we just, as a family, as a JOO family, haven't had the opportunity to talk about.
Okay.
And I don't know where I want to start with this, because it's just been a whole lot of shit going on. But more recently, what the hell going on with Diddy?
Wow.
Wait, 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil? 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil, sir. 1,000.
I mean, he needed something to go with the dildos, I guess they said they found as well.
Wasn't it like 700 dildos or something like that?
Yes. That's what I saw.
Okay, here's my question. Okay. Here's my question. Were the dildos reused?
You know what? I can't imagine they were not. They had to be reused because, I mean, you had 700 plus. You would have just got rid of them,
okay,
right?
But Diddy got bread. But Diddy got bread. So was like the dildo you used that night your parting gift? Like you take it with you, like it's your door prize. Like here's your dildo for the night. You take it with you, and then he go buy new dildos. Like, cause why would you need? How do you? Cause I can't imagine going to a party and getting a used dildo and be like, "This is yours for the night." You know. Like, I don't see it.
Wait, what kind of party did I walk into?
Well, they knew what kind of party they walked into. But what I'm saying is, like, you gonna hand me a used dildo?
Hey, I don't know. I don't know what the facts are on that. I just saw the blurb and the number.
I don't need facts.
I'm hoping he gave them away, like you said.
So let me tell y'all something about me. These are my confessions, okay? These are my confessions, so y'all can't judge me. Y'all don't be trying to get me no psychiatrist either, okay? We family, okay? Y'all promise y'all not gonna tell on me. Y'all promise y'all not gonna be trying to get me committed. And y'all promise that y'all not gonna be looking at me funny at Taste of Black Spirits. Pinky swear? Okay, good.
Your therapist is watching, but continue.
So, I have inner thoughts. And sometimes they're not mine. Sometimes my inner thoughts are from this guy named Saki. Okay? And this guy named Saki that sometimes controls my inner thoughts, he is not the best person to have in my head sometimes, because he thinks very rude things at times. He thinks very bad things at times. And when Saki heard about Diddy, okay? When Saki found out about Diddy, the first thing Saki thought was, so, if it's 700 dildos in the house, is there like a use by date on the dildos? Like, is there so many times the dildos get used before they get cycled out? Like, do you put a notch on the dildo and then you be like, okay, this dildo been to 7 parties, you're done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or do you take your dildo when you leave? But if that's the case, why did he have 700 when they found them? Were the dildos in packs when they found them?
Maybe he bought them in bulk, and he was just trying to save a little bit of money and not have to worry about running out of them.
That's what we saying. Were they still in the packages when they found them, or was it like a bag of dicks? I need answers. I need answers. I'm sorry. Saki needs answers.
I can just imagine, when you said that, like someone telling you, "Hey, eat a bag of dicks," and maybe he took it literally. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, could you the police officer doing the raid, right?
I'm just cannot, because I would not be mature enough to
and
walk in
you
there.
open up a closet or something, right? And you open up this, you see these bags, because there's 700 of them, so it's multiple bags. And you're like, sir, we found something, right? You know how they scream in the movie, sir, we got something. And then they open these bags, and it's just like hundreds of dicks.
That combined with the lubricant and baby oil, no, I'm not being mature enough to be there. I couldn't do it.
So I got a story for y'all. And if my best friend / sister is watching, she can attest to this story. When I was 19, we were in undergrad, and we decided we didn't want to go to class, right? At the time, I was driving I had a Mustang at the time. Everybody that knew me back then remember my Mustang. I had a Mustang at the time, right? Well, this was probably maybe a Tuesday or a Wednesday. The weekend before that, though, we had gone to like this adult toy party, right? Mm-hmm. And at this adult toy party, they actually did give out like door
adult
prizes. Toys. Yeah, like door prizes, right? So I had maybe like a 9-inch cock, right? Like straight up 9-inch dildo, okay? So when we left the party, I tossed it in my trunk, okay? Also, I had a BB gun. I also had that in my trunk. Well, Wednesday come around, we decided we didn't want to go to class, and we had this bright idea to go over to the casino in Canada. We crossing the bridge to go to the casino in Canada, and we get over there.
Yep.
But on our way back, we get hemmed up at the border. Like, they like, you gotta pull the car over.
There's a picture of you to this day there.
they like, you gotta pull the car over. So me and Rachel going, pull the car over. Okay, fine. They like, we gotta search the car. All right, we get out the car, and when, I don't know if anybody's ever had their car searched at the Canada border, but like they take you in like the little glass house thing while they searching your car outside. So I'm looking out the window while they searching my car, then all of a sudden, like, I see like police officers like blushing and snickering, and they like calling other police officers over to my car and shit. And I'm going, what the hell is happening, right? So then it's like maybe 15 police officers over at my car at this point. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, like, the police officer that told me that they needed to search the car, he comes walking to the building. He got my BB gun in one hand and my 9-inch cock in the other. Holding them. Like, holding them. Like this, okay? Like, he went out his way to embarrass me. He holding them. And he walks up and he was like, ma'am, did you know these were in your car? I just looked at him and I said, no, sir. I actually forgot they were in my car.
Is that why you don't want to go to Canada to this day?
He said, ma'am, is this, what type of, I said, it's a BB gun. I forgot it was in the car. I was like, you can honestly keep it if you want to. It's not that big of it. It's a BB gun. Like, and it wasn't even a metal, it was a soft pellet.
Yeah.
Like, it was a toy gun at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even a metal BB gun. Like, it could cause no damage. It was a soft pellet BB gun. And he was like, no, I'm going to put your stuff back where I found it. You might need it. I said, oh, now we being funny. Oh.
Did he have rubber gloves on when he had your stuff?
No, he
barehanded.
He holding them. So he went and put my dildo and my BB gun back in my trunk and told us we could go home. But I was so embarrassed. See? So I couldn't imagine being the person that got 700 of them and the police found it. You know what I'm saying? I had one.
So you think they had Diddy in handcuffs on the side of the curb and they was walking them all
walking
out?
Walking dildos out, like rolling them out.
Did you know you had these here, sir?
Like they probably at that point, because it's 700 of them, so they probably like had the little, I imagine them having like the little cart. You know what I'm saying? And they like rolling out the big ass cart with 700 cocks in it. Like, that's what I imagined.
Our producer's in tears right now.
Like, that's what I imagined. And Diddy sitting on the curb in handcuffs while they roll 700 cocks out his house. That's what I imagined. And then next comes the cart with, the pallets of baby oil. And then next come the carts with the pallets of loot. This is what I imagined. I could be wrong. It might have not even went like that. But it's more fun to imagine that. And that's what Saki said. I could be wrong. I'm just saying. That's how I saw it, though.
You know, given the seriousness of the situation, that is a very light way to look at it, though. I'll say that.
Okay, it is a serious situation, but this man has 700. They was probably all shapes and sizes. Some of them vibrated. Some of them was ribbed for her pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was probably double pinned. And, like, could you imagine? Who made the order? The commission for the person that worked for the dope place that he got them from. He made somebody rich. Let me tell you, I applied to be a salesperson at an adult toy it wasn't even an adult toy store. It was a distributor. I don't know if y'all know, but it's one in Royal Oak. Mm-hmm. There's an adult toy distributor where their home office is in Royal Oak, and I applied for a job there a few years ago. They didn't give it to me, but I applied for the job, and I did the interview and everything, so I know way too much about this industry. And they actually do get commissions, like off, like selling to different, like if they get new products in, and they go and they do, like, they sell like the product to different stores and stuff. Like, so whoever he contacted and ordered them 700 cocks got down. He had to get damn near a like a distributor store license to be able to buy that many. Unless he had everybody he knew buy 100.
No, I'm sure you can just bulk order them.
700 cocks. How do you do that? Like, do you just go online and be like, I want 50 of that one? You know what, that one nice. Let me get 75 of that one. That one looked like the one TD like. Let me get 30. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Next, you know what? We're going to... Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was like, he said what? Who?
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I ain't trying to go to hell or get canceled. But how was your summer?
No, my summer's been pretty good.
How's it? What'd you do?
I have no complaints.
What'd you do this summer?
Other
than almost get me murdered by a barracuda.
That did not happen.
Sir! So we lying.
I'm not lying. You're in no danger. You did not die. You didn't get bit. It didn't chase you. We went to Puerto Rico. We went snorkeling, and there's a barracuda like 300 yards away from her, and she felt that she was going to die, like she was in imminent danger. Her and the tour guide guy. So, but you know, he had on sparkly jewelry, which could have attracted the barracuda.
Sir, a barracuda 300 yards from you in open water in the ocean is a danger. Okay.
All you had to do was not swim by it. That was it.
My guy, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. Cause this is the F around. This is the F around part of the title that we was talking about. Cause you was trying to F around and find out apparently.
Yeah, cause y'all was talking about a fish. I looked under the water to see it. I look up and you was on the boat. You left me in the water to die again. Save
yourself, sir. Because that was some white shit, Vaughn.
You know what?
They tell you that's a fish that you need to stay away from. You need to come over this way. I tell you that's something dangerous, and you do some white shit and go, what is that? Let me see. And then go under the water to go see what it is. That's some real white shit. That was some white shit,
I didn't travel towards that state where I was. I was looking to see where it was.
That was some white shit. Listen, I'm black. All I had to hear was danger. I didn't care what it was at that point. It could have been... You're the same aggressive butterfly.
Exactly. Exactly. You're the same person when we got married on our honeymoon. A clownfish swam too close to you, and you pushed me into it, and you were running out into the ocean. So I told you to stop. The beach was behind you. Okay.
I also told you to save yourself.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Save yourself, cause you be doing white shit, Vaughn.
Look,
You be doing white shit. That guy literally was trying to stay calm and was like,
he was.
he tried with everything in him to stay calm and tell y'all, don't go near that fish. That fish is dangerous.
Don't put y'all in it, because I was on the same side you were of him, and on his opposite side was where the
He's
fish
like,
was.
everybody need to come
But
this
it was
way.
that one guy that
Don't
was swimming
go near
towards
that
him. Dude was
fish.
like, stop. Come over here.
Like,
don't swim that way.
He trying everything in him to stay calm and tell y'all and not tell y'all that y'all about to lose a limb by fish in the ocean.
My favorite one was when they asked him about sharks, and he was like, "Oh, there are no sharks in here." But yeah, he kind of did fail to mention that. Okay, barracudas could be in this water.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, heck, even the pufferfish I saw is poisonous and dangerous.
Pufferfish, the barracuda, that thing that killed the crocodile hunter was in that water. I seen it.
The mantis or stingrays.
The stingray, the thing that killed the crocodile hunter. It was there. I seen it. But then had the audacity to say, it's called fire coral for a reason. You might not want to touch it. Sir, you got me in some wrong shit. This ain't where I need to be. For the record, Vaughn playing that excursion. Yep, Vaughn playing that excursion.
And you had fun and you enjoyed it.
It was nice.
And you do it again.
Around the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Close enough to the boat that, when they scream shark.
No, I think we're going to try and go to St. Thomas Virgin Islands next, and we're going to do the underwater shark cage.
No, I ain't.
So,
white. That's white shit. You be on that white. That's what I be talking about. You be on that white shit, and I ain't doing that.
Underwater shark cage.
I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I love you, and I hope your insurance policy is paid.
Mm-hmm.
He was eaten by a shark, Your Honor.
Hopefully, get you a triple payout or something.
Yup, it was accidental. He was eaten by a shark, Your Honor. I don't know what happened. Make sure you get an extra one and pay off the house before you do it.
But as we talk about an excellent summer and things to do, just learn to live life. Do some things different you never tried.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was a lot of fun. We went to Puerto Rico. We celebrated our
10-year wedding anniversary.
Anniversary.
Yes.
We celebrated your milestone birthday.
My 40th birthday, you got. Y'all, I turned. Okay, I need to talk about this because y'all got to be my therapist. I'm going through something right now. 2 Saturdays ago, I turned 40. And ever since 2 Saturdays ago, I have been feeling the weather in my knees, and I have been waking up and stuff been popping, and I have been just feeling old as shit, just generally old as shit. That's I feel like I need to talk to somebody about it.
You probably do, but it won't be me because
you've been old as shit. I get it, but
wow.
But I feel old as shit.
To be 40 again would be nice.
I'm sure it would. But you went through a 40-year-old midlife crisis. You went to getting rid of wives and getting new ones. I'm sorry. Never mind. I'll move on. You don't need to go through 40 no more. You would live through it twice.
Maybe I would.
You wouldn't.
Maybe I would.
And I ain't cute and orange, so I keep telling people don't make me do it. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. I've had a lot of growth happen this summer.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of turnarounds happen this summer. I reached a point in my life, not just this summer, but in 2024, period. I reached a point in my life where I had to step back and take accountability and say, you know what? Maybe I'm the problem. And that's not to say that people ain't did some real effed up stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say people haven't been wrong. Mm-hmm. That's not to say that, I haven't been wronged by people. But what I'm saying is that when I say that I'm the problem is I'm the only person that controls how I react to situations. I'm the only person that controls how I respond and how I come out of situations. So I have spent the better part of most of this year and all of this summer working on me, fixing me, taking accountability for me, not blaming anybody, not pointing fingers at anybody, not, trying to be the villain, be the victim, in stories, but to fix the part that I can fix and leave that other shit alone. And in that, I have come to a point where I've had to let some people go in my life. I've had to change some circles I've associated myself in. I've had to put some people in some circles and just leave them there. Like, I know, I'm not saying that I won't deal with you, but I know how I have to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I won't mess with you or I won't talk to you or I won't help you, but I know how I have to do it. Like, I have to acknowledge who you are and how you move, because I can't allow you to bother me anymore. I have to control me. Mm-hmm. So I spent the better part of the year and all summer working on me. And to be quite honest with our JOO fam, that's honestly why I stepped away from these seats for the summer.
Okay.
I had to work on me. I had to do some me work. And I couldn't do it with lights flashing and cameras in my face. I literally had to damn near go into a treatment facility and shit, like that's honestly what happened. And until you can get to the point where you can say, maybe I'm the problem, you can't grow. You will not do any growth until you can step back and say, I am the problem. I sit up and listen to friends of mine and my sisters and my girls and all type of shit always, and he did this or she did this, and they constantly telling me what somebody else did. And I have really tried to get them to this, maybe you need to step back and figure out what you did, because you are the only person that you can control. You are the only person that you have any control over. So even though you may not be able to control that boyfriend, that husband, that friend, that neighbor, that person at the store, that person in the car in front of you, you can't control none of them. But what you can control is how you respond to them assholes. That's the part that you control. Yes, they're assholes. I am not taking that from them. I am never going to look at you and be like, oh, they were not. No, they wrong as shit. They were assholes. However, you control how you respond to them assholes. Walk away. Don't deal with them. Cut their asses off. And I had to step away from everything and shut it down. I had to literally shut it down in order to get me together. Because I was almost at a mental break. I'm not going to even lie. I had reached a point where I was mentally about to break. And I didn't know what to do. Like, I found myself, I've always considered myself one of the strongest people. Just one of the strongest people. But I found myself in a place where I'm like, who the hell helps to, like, I think a lot of people that watch JOO regularly saw it coming. I really do. I think a lot of our fans that watch JOO regularly saw me devolving. Mm-hmm. Like, I think everybody can say they saw my de-evolution. Like, they saw me devolving, because I got to a point where I'm like, who the fuck saves the superhero? Like, who the hell steps in and saves the person that's saving everybody? And it went from that to, I went through a whole period of, I'm cutting everybody off. The hell with it. I'm cutting everybody off. That wasn't healthy either. So I had to just cut it off and shut it down and figure it out for real. And I'm talking therapy. I spent a lot of money in therapy this year. Me and my therapist are really good friends. Really good friends. Like, I spent a lot of money in therapy this year. I have for the good side of 11 months been in therapy 3 hours a week. 2 hours one day, 1 hour another day. For months. Mm-hmm. I'm talking like 11 months.
You made really great improvements too.
Thank you. But that's what it took. I had to. I literally had to. Yeah. And y'all know, like I said, when I told y'all when I sat down here, I said we were gonna be transparent. Our marriage was falling apart. Our house was falling apart. My life was falling apart. I felt like I was going insane. I felt like I was losing it. And I had to get grounded. Like, I had spiritually and mentally, I had to ground myself and figure this shit out. So I felt like I had to give you guys an explanation on why I stepped away. And what's funny about people and haters, when I stepped away, I start hearing little smug ass comments, about, I knew she ain't have it in her, I knew that wasn't her thing. I knew she couldn't do it. And it was one of those things that even my ego had to get past. Mm-hmm. Like, my ego had to let stuff go because I knew that I needed to work on me. So my ego even had to let that shit go.
That's real maturity when you get to a point in life where you just realize, okay, I'm going to let this go. It's not worth the effort for me to be concerned about it. I'm not going to argue it and let it go.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, most of those people that, were saying that, where were they at in life at that point? Where are they at now?
Same damn place. No better off.
Or backslidden for even further.
Or even further behind.
So it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I had to. I'm like, my ego took a hit. My ego took a large hit. Because look, it was only 2 of us in this fucking room with a degree in this shit. Like, it was only 2 of us that done rolled in this room from the beginning with a degree in this shit. So to say, I knew she ain't know what she was doing. I knew she, to make them type of comments, my ego took a hit, but I had to even check me. Mm-hmm. Robin, this ain't about your ego. Robin, that's not what this is about. I was not well. And I'm not talking about mentally fit. Like, no, I was just not in a good place. And I had to fix. I had to do some spiritual work to get back right. I had to fix everything around me to be able to sit here tonight and say, I'm back, we're back, and it's going down. It ain't nothing but up from here. For everybody that don't know, I just started at University of Michigan last week. Go Blue.
Yep, go Blue.
So that's another chapter that I'm extremely excited about. My dad and I used to, before my dad died, when I was a little girl, we used to talk about me having a University of Michigan degree. We used to talk about it all the time. So when I applied to go back to school, I got accepted to, a couple different schools and got scholarships.
Yep.
I had amazing grades. So I got scholarships to a couple different schools. And I went through this whole, I don't know where I want to go. Then everybody like, well, Robin, go to the one that's giving you the most money and, go to this. And everybody had an opinion. But the truth of the matter was, I couldn't let go of the conversations I had with my daddy. Like, most people can't get into U of M once. I've gotten in twice. Mm-hmm. Like, most people can't get in once. Most people get denied an application at U of M and end up going to their fallback school. Usually it's Michigan State. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't judging. I ain't judging.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I ain't judging. However, most people can't get in once. God has given me the opportunity twice. So I couldn't turn my back on it again. I'm like, nah, I gotta walk away. Oh, I'm sorry, Tina. I had to honor my dad and go ahead and, get that University of Michigan degree under my belt.
Yep.
And I can't wait. So I'm getting my behind handed to me right now because I'm trying to arrange my life.
I was gonna say, you just need to arrange your life, and you ain't doing that hard. You sat down and do the work and do what you got to do. It's not that hard. It's the mental procrastination and barrier you set.
Yeah.
Because when you started writing those papers, it came through easily.
Yeah, I need to get my time together. I need to force my study time and stuff like that because I'm drowning right now. But I'll be all right.
Get past after next Saturday, you should be able to buckle down.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Get you through the semester and, go from there.
So the last, we can get out the serious stuff. Like I said, I just felt like I owed you guys an explanation. So y'all pray for me. Keep your girl in prayer because I'm still work in progress and still with my therapist. But I'm better. I feel good. I feel real good.
And she's a good Christian therapist too.
Yeah.
Believes in the Lord.
Yeah.
Prays a lot. I think she uses a lot of biblical teaching as well. So
yeah, I feel real good.
I was talking about therapy, but you get your good, grounded, word-rich therapist, even better.
Anybody need a therapist in the Metro Detroit area, hit me up. I'll give y'all her information because she is awesome. She's absolutely awesome. So I appreciate her for everything she's done and helped me through. So, all right. Shannon Sharp.
Ooh. Gotta go there.
Shannon Sharp.
I'm just saying. I mean, I know he's a little bit older than me, but I would expect him to know how live streaming works, how to work your phone properly.
Didn't they say he did it on purpose?
I heard it was an accident.
Y'all help me out because I thought he finally admitted that he did it on purpose.
Oh,
anybody in the comments know anything about it? Because I thought he finally admitted that he did it on purpose.
I mean, I guess I'm not shocked because people do stuff to get the attention, the views, get the interest in him. I mean, he blew up.
That ain't what it was. Shannon was trying to put them gay rumors to sleep.
Oh.
Shannon hopped out that car with them tight ass green pants and that tight ass green shirt and that fanny pack looking like somebody gay, somebody's lesbian auntie, and he was trying to put them gay rumors to sleep.
It was another NFL player always dressed like that. Younger guy, I think, the quarterback.
I don't know, but that's what look.
He was always in questionable attire.
Shannon was trying to put them gay rumors to sleep. That's what Shannon was trying to do. So he had to make a scene. But here's the thing about that. For me, it does the opposite.
Well,
because when you gotta go out your way, yeah. It's like the dude that always talking about how much money he got. My guy, you don't have none. Real money is quiet.
I kind of agree with you on that aspect. I mean, at the end of the day, you just be quiet and you keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
And the people, the women, or the lady, whoever he has in his life, knows what's up. That's it.
But when you go to being extra, and then
that means you compensate for
right,
something. Constantly
having to talk about sex or accidentally going live, and sir, for what? For what? Why?
Now, I will say the constantly talking about sex thing though is, that's just kind of a general guy thing, right? I mean,
so him and Ocho have a podcast, right?
Okay.
I was listening to it.
Wait, so he has a podcast with Ocho, and doesn't he have his own separate thing?
Yeah, he has a like a sit down like type podcast. That was one he did with
Cat Williams.
Yeah, by himself. Okay. But him and Ocho have one where they're basically like sitting at their desk. Ocho at his house, he at his house. They split screen it.
Okay.
And they talk about all kind of craziness. Him and Ocho, it's actually pretty funny. But Ocho gets on talking about how his penis little. Like Ocho literally admitted he had a little D on the show. And he started off like, y'all family, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all family. You know, anytime Ocho say that, you just be like, Lord, he about to embarrass himself. And he admitted that, you know, he got a good head game because he out here with a baby cock. Wow. I like the word cock. That's my new word. I'm just, it's cock from now on. That's just what I'm going to call it now. I don't care. It's a cock. So Ocho just admitted he had a baby cock. A roll of nickels.
That was TMI for me, but okay.
He did.
I'm just saying I didn't even know they had the podcast, but I mean, of all the topics I'm sure they've talked about, you brought that one to the table.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about Shannon Sharpe running around.
Yeah. But you know what Ocho did, you know, just again, because when I met you, I said something very similar, didn't I?
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's a couple different types of guys, right? You got the guys, and I never understood why y'all men do that. Why do y'all men like lie and tell women y'all PP's little? Why do y'all do that? Help me out with that.
There are a couple reasons, generally speaking. One, you know,
y'all be trying to lower expectations.
Lower expectations, you know. That's usually one right there, you know. Two, you don't want to be the guy out there talking about how big it is because, you know, most likely whatever you say, whatever she imagines, there's going to be some degree of disappointment, you know. So, I mean, there are a lot of different reasons why you might do that, you know. I don't remember exactly what the topic was when I met you that night, how we got there, but...
I actually do, but I'm not gonna go there.
Oh, okay.
But I just always wondered that because I've noticed that's a tactic, with a few guys, and over my years, I've noticed that it's usually a tactic with guys that's lying through their teeth. First of all.
So let me ask you this: do you think Ocho was lying through his teeth when he said that?
I don't know, cause Ocho seems so sincere about talking about his little pee-pee. I don't know. He seems so sincere talking about his little pee-pee. He was talking about how he you know, learned how to eat the box because, you know what I'm saying, and the groceries because his pee-pee little. And how he takes really good care of his women because his pee-pee little. So he seems so sincere about it.
You sound so sympathetic as you talk about it.
Because I feel bad for little pee-pee guys. I do. I feel so bad for men with little pee-pees. Because imagine being a grown man, right? And you go all your life, right, as a grown-ass man, right? And you just got a little pee-pee. So you out here, and, imagine being fine, right? Imagine being a fine-ass grown man, right? You just fine. And you done did well for yourself. Like, you done went to school. So you got this, like, awesome-ass career, right? And you got little pee-pee, though, right? So you out here, and you just out here tricking bitches. So you out here, and women just throwing themselves at you.
How is he tricking them?
Because listen, I'm not doing my story. So women just out here throwing themselves at you, right? And you out here and you getting it all, like you getting all the play, and you taking them home, right? And they just out here just throwing it at you, and then they throw it at you, and you ain't got nothing to catch it on. Nothing. You know, like the ring toss game. You ain't got nothing to catch it on, and now they gotta fake it because you look good and you got money. So they gotta fake it now. And now they in this faking it marriage with these faking it, you know what I'm saying, relationships and shit with them. And I feel bad for little pee-pee guys.
I saw a post today too. It was a meme post, something about just because she pretends like it hurts when it goes in.
Listen. Fellas. Just because she go to hollering and screaming and oohing and howling during sex, that does not mean that the D is good. I'm sorry. But I really hope your girl is like me. I really do. And there need to be more women like me in the world. Because I absolutely 110% refuse to lie about sex. You are not doing anybody a service to lie about sex.
You were very honest about sex.
Yes. If it was bad, I'm going to tell you. Listen, I'd be like, BDR on deck. You out here giving out bad D, sir.
Yes. I admit, I've done it several times.
Listen, I done cussed it. Don't wake me up for bad dick.
But
the audacity.
In my defense, usually I know ahead of time when you're gonna get it.
Don't give it to me.
But sometimes you got to get the BDR just to get to the good stuff.
Well, how about you give yourself a BDR and then come holler at me?
It don't work the same way.
Sir, you better figure that shit out. I'm gonna go buy you a pocket pussy
because
I don't want it
the same way.
I don't want it.
It does not work the same way, ma'am. Sorry.
Ladies, stop lying to these men, because what happens is when y'all lie to them early on in age, they become grown men that's out here hooping and hollering like Shannon Sharp, and she got to fake it now, cause he was and now she got to be like, oh yes daddy, oh it's yours. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that.
She got to file her nails.
Don't do that. People need to stop lying. You know what else bothers me?
What else bothers you?
I decided that I'm gonna do a show, and I don't know if I can do it myself. Like it may not be able to be a video podcast because it might get me like fired and put out my church and all kind of stuff. But I need to do a what grinds my gears show.
Yeah, you probably can't do that.
I do.
You have to win the lottery or something.
I need to do
be independently wealthy.
I need to do a show about the shit that grinds my gears, because there are so many things that I think people just need to start being honest about, and I want to be the person that be honest about it. I do. I want to be the honest person in the room. I want to be the person that says the stuff you're not supposed to say. I'm going to probably be in a lot of trouble for it. However, somebody got to say it.
I say you usually are pretty honest, though.
No, I don't say half the stuff I want to say.
Ooh.
I don't even say a quarter of the shit I want to say, to be very truthful with you. Do you know the amount of stuff that I don't say? If you think the stuff that come out of my mouth is honest, if you were in my head, my gosh.
You and Saki should be tearing it up, huh?
Man, listen, the stuff I be wanting to say. Okay, so y'all listen. This is my last story, and we're going to end the show. Okay.
Wait. We had to go back to the ladies, setting the record straight for your man. So give the guys a tip. How do they know they're doing a good job? What are they looking for?
I don't know, because the women done learned how to just lie so well at this point.
But I'm saying, so what should a guy look for to know, okay?
Look for her to come.
But again, they can fake
she
it, right?
wet? Are you out here having to lube up every 2 seconds? Because, okay, let me explain something, y'all, about a woman's body. Our body is our enemy.
Okay.
Straight up. We could hate you, but if we're turned on, we get moist and all of that involuntarily. So if you're doing a good job, she's going to be wet. I'm talking splash waterfall. That's why when I be seeing them posts talking about her coochie was dry, blah blah blah. She did not like you, bruh. It was you. It was you. She ain't had no love for you. You out here with that dry ass tongue licking her coochie like a cat. Don't nobody want to be bothered with you. You ever had a cat lick your hand?
Yes.
You know what it feel like?
Sandpaper.
Exactly. Go to bed. And y'all run around here acting like it's her. No, it's you. Because women's bodies respond when they're stimulated, when they're turned on. Sex is mental for women. 75% of sex is mental for a woman. That's why I keep telling y'all there is no such thing as dick dumb. It doesn't exist. Dick dumb is mental.
Well, I mean, yeah, but because it's mental, it does exist.
No, there's no such thing as dick dumb. It's mental. Because I have given y'all the parameters. Listen, the dude that you dick dumb about, I challenge you to walk away from that man for a month, no contact, and heal, and then go back and sleep with him after that month. I can promise you that amazing sex he was giving you is mediocre at best. Because it wasn't that his sex had you dick dumb. It wasn't great sex. It was him. Your body responded to him. You were feeling him. You were in love with him. It didn't have nothing to do with the D.
I'll say from a guy's perspective, it happens too, but the mental part is not as great as the physical part. But if a guy's not that into a woman, it's probably just going to be mediocre sex. Like, really great sex is when, for me specifically, is when I'm into, a woman and really love her and like her and, find her attractive. Other than that, it's just, it can be good sex or whatever, but it's not the same.
Listen, the way you know when a woman is actually enjoying sex is because her body responds. Damn how she moaning. The hell with what she said to you. All that all could be lies. The fact that these women lying got y'all out here messed up anyway. It could all be lies. The only thing you can trust is her body's response. That's all you can trust. That's the only thing that won't lie to you. When you touch hers, her body shivering. Is she moist? Is she breaking out in sweats while y'all having sex? Because after about the third orgasm, your body starts sweating. Mm-hmm. That's all you can trust.
What about if she can't sleep when you're not home?
Again, that falls under the codependent relationship. That's codependency.
She's calling you and FaceTiming you in the middle of the night.
That's codependency. Gave up one problem for another. I probably need to go to therapy for that shit now too. I went from issues to codependency. I need to fix this shit. There has to be a middle ground somewhere. But that's the way you can tell.
Okay. So, gentlemen, women may lie to you to stroke your ego, or they usually also lie in the relationship because they like you. And everything else being equal.
That's what I said. That's what I said. The poor cute guy that's a really nice person with the really good income and everything with the small pee-pee. So now she lying, telling him he the best she ever had. That's a lie. Listen to me, fellas. Listen to me. I'm gonna put this mic closer. Listen to me. Listen to me. If she grown and you wasn't her first, even her third, she lied. That bitch lying. She lying. Lying. Talking about some, you the best I ever had. Don't even ask that shit. Don't hurt your feelings. Don't make her lie. Everybody should just walk away from that conversation. As adults, we should all stop having that conversation. We should stop having that conversation, and we should stop having the body count conversation as adults.
I think we'll have to make those some topics for another day.
Yeah,
we can get into them.
What conversations we should stop having as adults?
That and, 2 items you brought up, I think those are probably good topics for the podcast.
Maybe we'll talk about it while we giving away tickets to Taste of Black Spirits next week.
Maybe.
Because we stop talking about that.
I mean, because I feel like there's two sides to the body count thing at the end of the day. I mean,
no, it's not.
In the big picture.
No.
In the big picture.
It's not.
In the big picture, it doesn't really matter as long as you have the type of relationship you want.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Go get it. Y'all go get tested. Make sure everybody clean. Because motherfuckers gonna lie about their body count anyway.
I mean, yeah.
You ain't gonna never get the truth in that question. So what's the point of that? Is my so okay. Maybe that's what the thing is. Stop asking questions to make people lie to you.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, so for men in particular, I think the body count's usually a bigger issue for them. But I think especially when they're younger, it matters more. As you get older, it becomes less of an issue.
Stop asking questions to make grown people lie to you. Because people lie.
Well, why you gotta lie? I mean, at the end of the day,
I was
why
just
be
about to
ashamed
say
of what you did?
Because I was just about to say people lie for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
People lie to save people's feelings. People lie because they're ashamed. People lie because they don't want the other person to look at them funny. There are multiple reasons people lie. Stop asking stupid ass questions to make somebody lie to you. Like, literally, you are not ever going to get the answer to that question. Why in the hell ask it? Does it matter?
Again, I think from a man's perspective, when you're younger, it matters to them.
No, it don't.
As you get older,
no, it don't.
It doesn't.
No, it don't.
You don't think so?
No, it don't. At all? It don't matter because he's still gonna smash. And if she put that spin on that, if she put that spin on that D, and he started laying up on her, and he fall in love with her, he's still gonna be with her, and he gonna make every excuse in the world. But I love her, and it don't matter. Musiq Soulchild got a whole damn song about it.
But I guess my point being is that it will matter to younger people who are insecure. Is my point. Who don't understand. Again, any guy, especially when they're younger, okay, they don't care if they're just trying to smash. They don't care about the body count because they're not trying to be there for the long-term relationship. It's usually the man who's looking for a relationship or a long-term relationship. When they're younger, that's when it matters.
Stop asking questions to make people lie to you. Like, seriously, just stop asking questions to make people lie to you. I think that's something that I've come to in this year.
Don't do stuff that you got to lie about.
I didn't know you. Who the hell are you?
Don't do shit you got to lie about.
Here's the thing. That is a very arrogant statement. Like, I'm spending my whole life going, let me not do nothing to have to not lie to him about. I don't even know who him is. But, dude, I don't know you. Stop asking dumbass, immature questions is my point. That's a dumbass, immature question.
Well, I think we said the same thing because I said when men are younger, it matters to them. When they're older, it doesn't. But my point being is that if you're younger, you're dealing with younger men, that could be an issue for them. I think as men mature, it becomes less of an issue to them.
I think you're speaking like a 50-year-old man because I distinctly remember.
I am speaking like a 50-year-old man.
I'm about to say because I distinctly remember a younger person that I know that literally was like arguing about how slut shaming is wrong. This younger generation don't give a damn. They are free. Free.
They also idolize rappers with herpes on their lips too. So, I mean, there it is.
They idolize rappers with herpes and lip glosses. Shit. They are free. But they've also got out of asking dumbass questions. So, give them that credit. They have gotten out of asking dumbass questions. So, at least they're there. Got there somehow. One of the things I want to talk about on this show in our new era of JOO, I want to ask everybody in our audience at one point, why don't people know when they ugly?
I think that's for that other show you wanted to do.
I want to know. I want to know why people don't know when they ugly. I want to know.
Their mamas won't tell them. Their significant others won't tell them. Their friends won't tell them. It's just like when you see people outside with outfits on that are way too small, showing skin you should probably not see. Just saying. Nobody loved them enough to tell them, hey, that's probably not a good outfit to wear.
So we got a comment from Tina, and it says people do know. And I don't agree with that. I don't think people know. And case in point, I have a social media friend. And this person, male or female, is always posting on social media about how good they look. male or female. I won't say what social media account it is. I won't say whether this person is male or female. All I will say is this particular Facebook friend of mine is constantly posting about how good they look. Every time I see this social media friend of mine post about how good they look, I be like, who the fuck lied? And they had to have done it repeatedly. Because your self-esteem could not be that high.
It's esteem of self. Self-esteem.
Your self-esteem couldn't possibly be that high.
It could be. Maybe their self-esteem
You
on drugs.
look at you every day, and what you came up with was, I'm sexy as shit. And you out here looking like you full-blown related to an ape. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop.
You know.
I'm going to stop. I'm sorry.
I can think of people that got the license plate to say sexy one or something, or they got the necklace to say sexy, and they far from it. But hey.
I'm sorry.
The jeweler sold it to them. The Secretary of State allowed them to get that plate. They got their picture on file. Driver's license.
I'm sorry. Okay. Before we go, I got a story to tell y'all. Y'all got to tell me whether I'm right or wrong, okay? I have recently signed up for a women's studies class this semester. And I am in the third week of school, and I have come to the conclusion that I made a huge mistake. First of all, you have to remember that I am 40 years old and in college, so I am above the age of most of the people around me. And in this particular class, all of the people around me, short of the professor. She's about my age, right? Maybe a little older, maybe about the same age. And a women's studies class has probably never been something that I should have signed up for, because it's never really been something that I bought into anyway, because I've been trying to find the opt-out button for that shit forever. Like, who signed us up for that? Who the hell said that we wanted to go to work? Who said that? What? Do you know how much I want to sit at home and be a housewife? And okay, never mind. That's a whole nother tangent. But anyway, so I have this women's studies class, right? And in the women's studies class, we were discussing how men are not evenly distributed the household role with women. That's what the discussion was about. And all of these cute little idealistic children in my class were all making examples about their mommy and daddy, right? Like literally everybody that said something was like, well, my mom and my mom and dad and my mom and dad. And I'm sitting there, like it was just so funny to listen to how they're all talking about their moms and dads, right? Mm-hmm. Like they have no personal experience with running a household. You know what I'm saying? So literally every one of them are going with somebody else's experience, what they're seeing basically from the outside looking in, because any of us that are parents know that what our children see and what's really going on are two completely different things. Like the stories our children are able to tell and the stories that are really happening are two completely different stories, right? But you got all of these kids talking about what their mom and dads do. And, they acting like they full-blown know, the workings and the behind the scenes of what their moms and dads are doing, right? So I'm sitting there. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. Because I ain't in that. Y'all go ahead. Because I'm promising you that's not how that worked. But okay. Anyway, so one of the young ladies in our class says, I read this article and it was about how men are more likely to leave their wives if she becomes terminally ill than women are to leave their husbands. And the class goes into this whole little, oh, that makes sense because, men aren't equipped to take care of the household. They're not able to take care of their wives. Men just aren't built to do that. They aren't taught to do that. This is all the stuff they're talking about. So finally I raised my hand. Excuse me. Over here. Excuse me. Our professor says, "Oh, you have a comment." I do have a comment. She says, "What is it?" I said, "Excuse me, dear. You that just made the statement about men taking care of their homes and why they leave their wives when they become terminally ill. That ain't why that happens." She says, "What? That's not why that happens." She says, "What do you mean?" I said, just coming from somebody that's been married for 10 years and have 2 kids, I can assure you that men don't leave their wives when they become terminally ill because they can't take care of the home and they don't know how to manage the house. That ain't why." She says, well, why do you think it happens? Oh, okay, all right. I don't think you want me to answer that question because it's going to bust your little cute little idealistic bubble. You don't want that from me right now. She said, "No, please tell me." Okay, I tried. All right, so check this out. Men leave their wives when they become terminally ill because they can't fuck. That's what I said. That's what I said. I said that. That's what I said.
Like I said, I think this should have been on that other show he was going to do.
The look on that poor child's face. And I'm sorry, because she was a little Arabic girl. I probably shouldn't have did that. She had her little hijab on, and my bad. I just felt like somebody should tell her the truth. Because I didn't want her running around here going, men don't know how to take care of the house, so they leave their wives and they become terminally ill. No, they wives can't give up the coochie. And their marriages wasn't tight before she got sick.
I was gonna say I feel like it had to
like
do more.
Their marriage was at best before the bride got sick, and she ain't giving up the coochie. She ain't giving up no disinterested hand job. She ain't slobbing the knob. She ain't doing none of that. None of that. None of that. Yeah, he out. That's how he fell in love with Becky down the street. And now Becky down the street ain't got time for you to be going home taking care of Miss I'm about to die next week. So now he got to leave her. That's what really happened. Y'all tell me, was I wrong? I'ma wait. Was I wrong?
I feel like there's probably a
was I wrong?
Slightly more diplomatic way you could have explained it.
Yeah.
I
didn't know no diplomatic way to explain that. I thought about it and I couldn't find another one. I tried. I thought about it. Yes. They were looking at me and I was trying to figure out a way to make it nice and I couldn't do it.
I mean, I in theory I agree with probably there were issues in the marriage beforehand. That was something that added on to it. Because there are plenty of examples of men who had wives that were terminally ill and they took care of them and stayed there to the end, right? There are plenty of examples of life, whether it's celebrities or people who just know casually from work or whatever, where the husband winds up again. What happens when a wife dies and the husband keeps the kids, right? You don't send them off to an orphanage. You don't send them off to live with somebody. There are single dads out there that raise their kids after their spouse dies, so they can do household work and do stuff. So, in my opinion, that statement is not correct. I think it's more along the lines of what you said. There were probably some issues in the marriage before they got sick, and the issues in the sickness, helped compound what those issues were.
Okay, I'm not done my story. Because something else happened after that. Okay, so before I tell the rest of this story, I need to put out a disclaimer. I don't have any issue with what anybody decides to do with their coochie. Okay? I don't care. I don't care. Give it to whoever you want to. It ain't my business. I don't give a shit what you do with it. Okay? That's my disclaimer before I make the rest of this statement. Now, after I made that comment, my professor looked at me and said, you know what, that just makes it even worse. every time I hear, about, that type of stuff with heterosexual women, I just think, oh my God, are y'all okay? And I paused for a minute because that shit was so offensive. Like, that statement was so offensive because had I said it to her as a lesbian woman, like, had I said, oh my God, every time I look at lesbian women and I think about the fact that y'all don't have the joy of making a dick get up and then riding that bitch and making it come and making it go back down, and all y'all can do is deal with one that stay hard, and it's not real, I think, oh my God, are y'all okay? I'd have been fucking wrong. I'd have been so wrong. However, it was okay for her to say the shit. That be my issue. Like, give the respect that you want. You don't get to be offensive and then get upset when somebody else offends you. I'm not trying to fail that class, so I ain't say nothing. However, y'all, I think I made a bad decision. And that's how I'm going to end this show. Y'all need to pray for me because I got until December to try to get a good grade in this class, and I think I made a bad decision. Because I don't know if this is a good idea. Because I got too much life experience. It's not that I don't think I'll do well in the class. I just think that I'm not idealistic. Mm-hmm. And I think that this class is for younger people that are still in their idealistic stage of life. And I feel like my professor is used to teaching idealistic children that she can mold and give them ideas to run with. And I'm grown. I done seen too much. I've been through too much. I had a whole life.
That was kind of the joke, and I was an economics undergraduate major, and we always talked about it works in theory, but does it work in reality?
Exactly.
And that's the issue I think you're dealing with, is what they're teaching or what she's trying to teach are theories and things that social concepts, theories that they have, but do they actually flesh out in reality? And like the nuances of relationships are complicated, marriages are complicated, They work for many reasons, and they fail for many reasons.
Cute little bow you can put on as a reason.
Yeah. I mean, and I think, again, my point to what you were talking about earlier is there are plenty of examples where men stayed and took care of their wives until they died.
Right.
There are plenty of, examples of men that, took care of the kids. So, just to think about you read an article and that this is how the world works, no. You might have, whoever wrote that article might have just studied one person that was a jerk,
Yeah.
Or didn't know that, hey, they were a philandering person before the wife got sick.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Yeah, or you could have, we always laugh at I surveyed 100 people. Mm-hmm. Where were the 100 people?
Well, it reminds me of the Dentyne commercial. 3 out of 5 dentists, or 4 out of 5 dentists recommend X. Well, what happened to the 5th dentist?
Yeah, like, so it's y'all just y'all keep me in prayer, because I don't want to fail this class. I really have to pass this class to keep my scholarship. So
I'm sure you'll pass it and do well, just like you do with your other classes.
Yes. So anyway, thank y'all for kicking it with us tonight. I told y'all this is life, love, and effing around tonight. So No real topic. We just wanted to kick it, and we're glad we back.
Yep.
JOO is back.
We'll be back next Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
We're going to give out some tickets to Taste of Black Spirits. And then we'll see y'all at Taste of Black Spirits.
Yep.
We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Deuces.